The likes of XQC, Asmongold, Charlie, and SSSniperwolf seem to be the biggest and most heavily criticized reaction streamers. Unfortunately, reaction videos have become such a sorry state that Jason Derulo is doing it without actually watching content, and Kwebbelkop is using AI to replace his real human presence. As such, the biggest criticisms of reaction content is that 1. The content is lazy, 2. It gets more views and revenue than original videos without the original artist receiving any credit, and 3. Every reaction video is stretched out to maximize ad revenue, which leads to bloated and low quality content, wasting viewers' time. However, to understand the world of reactions, first we must define it, as reacting has a long and varied history. A reaction streamer or creator is someone who makes a living from viewing and commenting on other people's work, often whilst recording themselves live. Audiences enjoy reaction content because it delves into current affairs, and they can get a good sense of what's happening, a bit like tabloid magazines. It goes even further than this, as watching the chat in the bottom corner or reading comments underneath an upload is part of entertainment too, as viewers get to see the reactions of other viewers, giving more value. And React-style entertainment has been around for a long time. Remember when the Fine Bros attempted to trademark React content back in the early 2010s? Not to mention in traditional media, such as TV broadcasts in Japan, it's super common for hosts to have their faces in a little corner of the screen reacting to everything. The more expressive and opinionated a broadcaster is, the more people like them, which mirrors the current online model, and this can be genuinely entertaining if done well. This is why you'll see crowd reactions in sports or comedy settings, because humans are social creatures and want to see what other people are thinking. Reaction videos simply make these shots of people the entire focus. Not too long ago, I released a video exploring why there is so much hate towards Charlie, but I feel it did not discuss the wider concept in as much depth as it should have. Hence, this video exists to fill in the gaps. So let's delve deep into each problem facing reaction content and take a look at how it has become the cesspit we know and love, and figure out what solutions, if any, can be implemented to fix the issue. A quick word from today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Incognito mode is not enough if you want to stay invisible online, so all you need to do is turn on Private Internet Access VPN and you're protected, safe, and secure from unwanted attention. I use the VPN every day because it hides my IP address, safeguards my internet connection through an encrypted tunnel, and allows me to stay anonymous, which is really important to me. Private Internet Access helps me overcome streaming location restrictions by giving the option to change my IP address to one of 84 countries to choose from and all 50 US states, allowing me to gain access to websites and services that are only available in those locations. Private Internet Access has agreed to offer an 83% discount for Lessons in Memeculture viewers. That's only a little over $2 a month, plus you get 4 extra months completely free. All you need to do is click the link in the description and you're on your way to total security, invisibility, and unlimited entertainment. And thanks again to Private Internet Access for sponsoring this video. At its worst, a reaction is extremely boring and relies on the content doing all the work for the streamer. Short-form video especially has seen a glut of grifters taking other people's work and simply plastering their face over it in order to gain views. Jason Derulo is the perfect example of this, as all he does is make a confused face at other people's TikToks and, more egregiously, it appears he just films himself a bunch of times beforehand and slaps it on each clip. It is in this manner that Jason Derulo has literally become the worst kind of grifter. He has become the kind of person who blatantly steals other people's content and doesn't even bother to show up for it. This is absolutely ridiculous and insanely greedy considering he already has a multi-million-dollar career. Or, even worse, some are using artificial intelligence to relay exactly what is happening on screen and then call it transformative. As Kwebbelkop has shown, he is gunning for a future where an AI can simply do all the reacting for him, which feels entirely dystopian. Unfortunately, social media algorithms clearly love these types of videos, and push them to the top of the For You page constantly. Dolan Dark simultaneously embraces and satirizes reaction content with his slop live videos, holding a mirror to channels that gain millions of views through stretching out boring content reacting to internet drama, by summarizing them as minute-long soundbites. You get the point, there's endless copycat accounts making exactly the same style of content with similar titles and thumbnails, reacting because it rakes in millions of views. As a result of this genre's success, there are those who wish to exploit it whilst putting in the least amount of work possible. This makes it easy for creators to pick drama or sketches someone else has made and simply record themselves watching it without any creative input, thus proving reactions can be one of the laziest forms of entertainment. It's not as if reaction content is being criticized for the first time, however, as it seems like every year there's outcry against those taking others' work and reposting it. The main defense used by React streamers is that they're giving small channels more views, as long as they're crediting them properly. Unfortunately, once an audience member watches a video, there's very little chance of them going to the effort of seeking out its original uploader and engaging with them. This brings up issues surrounding fair use. Is it okay for streamers to simply sit down, put on a 90-minute video and react to it, without adding much to the table other than some side comments? Can it truly be considered transformative if nothing changes? Many seem to believe it cannot, especially when a person uploads compilations of others' work without adding anything new to the conversation. Jack's Films interviewed a bunch of creators who have had their content stolen by other accounts and received a ton more views than what they'd ever normally get. Jack even makes an example of one of his own videos receiving so many views that if he got the same amount, he'd have made $100,000, and he's already quite a large channel. Imagine the frustration of a smaller channel going through exactly the same thing, unable to grow because their effort is consistently stolen from them. It is in this manner that reactions getting more views than original uploads becomes a huge problem, demonstrating weak links in an unfair online system. Number 3 is more of an issue that social media platforms have created, as they built a system that incentivizes video padding. Gaming has long taught us that humans will always min-max a system they are presented with, even if they don't find it fun, which is exactly what is happening here and why topics that can be communicated concisely are often drawn out to 8 to 10 minutes in order to maximize ad revenue. Streamers like SSSniperwolf are absolutely famous for padding out their YouTube uploads, by simply posting footage from their streams which show them watching TikToks, often without crediting original creators. In fact, most reaction channels are guilty of this fact, whether they put in a lot of effort or not. It gets to the point where reaction channels are reacting to other reaction channels, reacting to other reaction channels, until social media at large becomes a massive cesspit of reaction content bloating until it inevitably bursts under its own weight. One of my favorite examples of this is a video by Meat Canyon showing XQC turning into an eye-gobbling goblin, and XQC reacted live to it, taking it extremely well despite it throwing so much shade at him. But furthering the cycle, Papa Meat released a video titled Meat Canyon Reacts to XQC Reacts to Tragedy of a Reaction Streamer, which, like Dolan Duck Slop Live, simultaneously embraces and satirizes the insanity of it all. So not only are reaction streamers padding out their videos to ridiculous lengths, wasting viewers' time, but these paddings are resulting in further reactions, propagating the cycle indefinitely. It would appear people that make their living simply by reacting to what is happening in front of them have existed for many, many years. However, the world of react streaming specifically seems to be what has led to a consistent outcry from those on the internet, leading to levels of hatred that border on obsession. Though whether or not reaction content has actually ruined the internet is difficult to discern, as the idea that it is lazy seems subjective. Given the fact that the algorithms created by social media tech giants seem to push this content to the top implies something else. The idea that our online environment incentivizes certain types of content over others, and as a result, reaction streamers will be here to stay until that changes. I also want to reiterate the fact that there are plenty of reaction content creators out there, whether they be streamers or regular channels, that do put effort toward their own work, but these are often outshunned by the bad actors like Jason Derulo. So what can we do moving forward? Well, from the anecdotal evidence given, it's clear there needs to be a huge change when it comes to fair use laws. They need to be easily enforceable and easily defendable, as at the current moment they seem to be such a grey area on the content creator spectrum, which simply hurts everyone. This would ensure reaction content would not involve stolen work, and proper parties could be credited. Or, as others have asked for many times, we need a system that identifies original uploads of videos and allows content creators to claim a cut of ad revenue, as it is extremely unfair to see someone making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of a video that generates the original artist a pittance. As for the time padding issues incentivizing maximum revenue, what do you guys think? How could social media platforms prevent it? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks again to Private Internet Access for sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description for 83% off and 4 months free.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else...